Hello! Welcome back to the Weekly Rev, where I talk about everything car related in a funny, gay, cute, adorable manner. Now, this week was a little slow in terms of automotive news. I really have to stop drinking. Not like that. I have to stop drinking water before I start recording. But we're gonna get into the news anyway, even though there's not much to talk about, so welcome back. Welcome back to Sparkplug TV. My name is Chris, and I do car reviews for literally everybody, not just car enthusiasts. This is the third time I'm recording this video. I'm a little unhinged feeling right now. Also hot. It's kind of hot in here. This shirt is so thick. Before I begin today's video, as always, please do me the biggest favor ever and like this video, comment something down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I drop a new video, which is Tuesdays and Sundays at this point. So thank you so much for your support. Now again, not a whole lot going on. I do have 4 topics that we're going to go over. The first one, actually kind of 3 weeks old at this point, but that's okay, because we're going to talk about it anyway. And I feel like every single time I bring up Stellantis, I might as well just call this the weekly Stellantis report, because that's where I'm at right now. The 2026 Grand Wagoneer is going to be refreshed for this model year. I'm excited. Why am I excited? Because it looks so much better than the first iteration. The first iteration looked like a school bus. It looked like a fridge with wheels on it. It also looked like a log with wheels on it. I don't know. It just looked like a big old nothing. Now the interior is all get out. Very pretty on the inside. Very technologically advanced. Really cool on the interior. Also, the most third row legroom and headroom out of any of the full-size SUVs. Point blank, period. That exterior, though, oh my god. They're also dropping the Wagoneer. So there's no more standard version. It's just a Grand Wagoneer at this point. But the pricing is still going to be somewhere in the mid-level Expedition or Tahoe range. But you can option them up to be in the more Cadillac Escalade range. Or the Lincoln Navigator or the Infiniti QX80, even though nobody's buying that. Let's talk about what's new for this model year. The front and the rear fascia have got a redesign, and I really like the way that it looks. It employs more of the EV design language that can be found in the Wagoneer S, and I really like it. I think it gives it a little bit more panache. It's got a light bar on the front and on the back. I think it can look good if you can do it correctly, and I think it's doing it correctly in this Grand Wagoneer form. The interior is ostensibly the same, but it is going to come with a new Palermo leather trim feature, a 24-way power adjustable seating option with massage chairs, as well as a new interior color that I don't know off the top of my head. Now, the biggest news for this redesign is going to be the new powertrain, which is a motor generator, it's motor generator, powered, well, it's not entirely powered. Let me start over. It's a range extended electric vehicle, or REEV. Which basically means that it is an EV, but it has an engine that isn't actually connected to either axle, which is synonymous with like the BMW i3, which basically had a lawnmower engine. This is going to have a Pentastar 3.6 liter V6 that is going to act as a motor generator. It's also got a 95 kilowatt hour battery pack. And with a full tank of gas and a full battery, you're going to get apparently 500 miles of total range. We'll see about that. What they can guarantee, though, is that it's going to have 647 horsepower and 620 pound-feet of total torque. And it's going to get 0 to 60 in around 5 seconds. Why do they make these ginormous cars so fast? That's scary. I'm scared. I'm not. You're also still going to be able to get the 3-liter turbocharged inline 6-cylinder Hurricane engine. It's going to make 220 less horsepower at 420. That's fine. I could also go for that too. We'll see if it really goes 500 miles. The Ford Lightning is dead! Well, technically not yet, and it's speculated, but it is speculated to be dying. For a couple of reasons. One, they're just too damn expensive. The starting MSRP of a Ford Lightning is $57,000. I've driven the F-150 Lightning, and albeit it's an incredible truck and it tows like a dream, but the battery range is a nightmare for towing, especially with the infrastructure that we currently have. I could go on a diatribe about this. But regardless, you have to literally drop the trailer wherever you go to charge it. It's impossible. So there's that. And also apparently their aluminum supplier also had a plant fire, which is really awful, and I hope everyone's okay. which also apparently has halted production on the Lightning henceforth. So, not great news. Sorry. To go back to the monetary thing, I think even like Ford's CEO said that like he's afraid of China and like what their EV cars are going to do to the market, and that they kind of have to get a leg up into that. And so like that's why they had their like Model T event where they were saying that they were going to make a smaller truck for $28,000. I mean, you know, now that like the $7,500 incentive is gone, I mean, it's so much. Honestly, I'm glad that Ford is shooting for more affordable cars this time because they need to, especially when it comes to EVs. They're doing pretty well with the Mach-E, but the Lightning is their only other EV and it's not doing so hot. Okay, next up is some surprising news is the Toyota Tundra is being recalled once again for the same issue. Don't even get me started. 127,000 Tundras are being recalled for debris that is being left in the engine after poor manufacturing. I think that's crazy. If you think about it, they had this issue like a year ago at this point. I did the math and I guessed that that was around like a $2 billion loss. That's nuts. This is gonna cost, I don't know, I didn't do the math before this video, I'm so sorry. That plus the tariffs, I mean, oh my God. Now, it's causing issues like the engine is rough to start, it's losing power, it could potentially cause accidents. It's also apparently affecting the LX and the GX, and they're probably just going to replace the engine. I wonder if some of the engine replacements that they did from the last one are part of this recall as well. That would be really interesting and also really bad. More bad news, God. Especially for a company that is supposed to be so reliable. I own a 2003 Toyota Camry. That thing is a tank. It's not going anywhere. I just hope that they can recover from this, truly. I'm a huge Toyota fan. And finally this week, Honda is working on a new hybrid platform. It's going to be for pretty much all of their products. They're going to make two of them. One for the smaller vehicles like a Civic, an Accord, a CR-V, an HR-V. Even though like the Accord and the Civic and I mean, they're kind of upgrading it because those already have hybrid powertrains, but they're upgrading it to be a little bit lighter, have a little bit more rigidity, and have a longer lasting kind of feel to them. And they're going to be focusing on more fun to drive dynamic characteristics, which maybe has been missing. Yeah, the CR-V is not really that fun to drive if I'm remembering correctly. It was just kind of a more humdrum A to B kind of machine. So I'm glad to know that they're kind of making it a more fun to drive kind of thing. They're also going to be making some larger hybrid powertrains like a V6 hybrid that is going to be in the Passport, the Pilot, the Odyssey, which like please redesign the Odyssey. Like, oh my God. Oh, and the Ridgeline, which a hybrid Ridgeline, interesting. Also, please redesign that. It's also going to be based on a modular platform, which is going to share 60% of the parts throughout every single model, which is really interesting. Okay, well, I'm done. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do me the biggest favor ever and like, comment, subscribe, and definitely hit that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I drop a new video, which is Tuesdays and Sundays. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye! Hey, Sparks. Thanks for watching today's video. Do you want more Sparkplug TV content? Then you can choose one of these three options. Right over here. The middle button is to subscribe to my channel, so please do that. Right over here. These three. I can't see them in real life, but they're right here.